Hey yo, boom! This is your boy, the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT, the only GOAT, the RM-THUCK'S GOAT from Italy. I'm back again from BullvsBear Academy. So this week I'll be starting with gold. Why not gold? Why gold this week? Because I saw something on gold. As you all know, at BullvsBear Academy, we're trading impulse and correction. No matter what once we see correction, we know that there will be impulse after correction. So let me go on gold and check what's happening. What did RM took so on this market? So as you can see, I'm on 4 hour time frame. I'm on 4 hour time frame. Then I have impulse, then correction. What's happening after impulse and correction? So as all the scenario, as we are all trading impulse and correction at both VCSB, the very same height of the previous impulse, then is the very same height of the next impulse. So we can debate. They will debate. So anyway, I'm saying gold will reach 1781. This is your boy RM-THUCK'S. Wait for breakout and another outside correction, continuation correction. What I mean, I can say you have to wait for any continuation, small continuation correction outside. Then from the breakout of that correction support, then that's the time you can sell to this zone. That will be confirmed sell. So as long as you are still under this, you have to wait for market to give you another confirming signal correction, which is always happening. But if we are lucky on this scenario, guys, you can wait for only breakout from this current support, then you will enter our selling positions. That's the overall bias. But for me, as you all know, that even if I can go to higher time frame on a daily time frame to show you guys what's happening on a daily time frame perspective, you can see that once once gold reaches this resistance, then it always come back. As you can check, it gave us a sharp impulse to this resistance, then it came back to our support. Meaning that I can say between these two lines is a range box. I can say gold is normally ranging, is not trending, is ranging between this zone on a daily time frame. So now I'm expecting it to come back to our support. I'm expecting it to come back to our support as it gave us something like a correction and continuation correction, because of on a daily time frame we still have impulse and then correction waiting for the last push, which is last impulse that will tap 1781,685, then another continuation correction, then impulse to our support, then it will go further up. As you can check, gold is on the ranging market on a daily time frame, but not forgetting that from this correction or this ranging market, we are coming from impulse, then we have correction waiting for the last push. So we can say we can sell gold until this level to pick up more buyers. That's where the liquidity is waiting for us, and then that's where the liquidity is. Then around 1680, that's the time we can buy gold for furthermore and hold it, because of on fundamentally purposes, gold is a safe haven. And then another thing, the rubble from Russia just back up their finances with gold. They are buying piles of gold so that they can back up their finances, so that Russian currency cannot lose strength. So even if I go to lower time frame and then check the perspective, what's happening. So on this time frame, you can check that there was impulse correction, then impulse, then retest. Then so I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Remember, guys, on gold, you don't have to mind more, muchly more about the broken wicks. So once you see the wicks, never mind. Cater for candlestick bodies, because gold have lots of rejection. So I'm waiting for any breakout and then continuation. Then I will highlight that correction then for impulse. So this week I don't want to trade USD as it didn't move quietly well last week. So let's focus on Nasdaq this week. Again on Nasdaq, guys, please don't buy Nasdaq. don't buy Nasdaq. I'm begging you guys, please don't buy Nasdaq. So as we can check, previously we were in a bullish structure, then the structure was broken, then we are in a new trend. Once the previous trend is broken, guys, then meaning that we are introduced to the new trend. And then even if you can check here on my moving average, is a confirmation that Nasdaq still runs below our moving average, meaning that we are in a new trend, which is downtrend. So for us to buy Nasdaq, we'll have to wait for it to come and bounce on our 1300 support. Then from this zone, that's where we can look for more buyers. But I don't really suggest you guys to take buyers from this zone, because once we are in a downtrend, we'll be in a downtrend. But I can give you something like an resistance. So from this resistance, once Nasdaq break this resistance, that's the time we can buy. But once Nasdaq don't break this resistance, then we cannot buy, guys, because of we are still in a downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. So we have to break the structure before we can say that Nasdaq will buy or sell. So meaning that what we are facing on the current situation, we are still focusing on the current trend, which is downtrend, and then we are waiting for Nasdaq to come to this level. Then from this level, by the time it's breaking this current resistance, then that's the time we're going to buy. Then it have to break out and retest the zone. So meaning that we are waiting for it to come and retest this zone. That's the time we're going to buy. Anytime now, we are waiting for it to come to tap our 1300 or to range inside. So you can look for any candlestick formation from this zone, even if now I anticipate that Nasdaq will give us another pull up, then impulse again. From this zone, then impulse, then correction again. As this correction will be head and shoulder, that's what Nasdaq always do, because I can see that most of traders were manipulated in the higher time frame head and shoulder. They saw that this is a head and shoulder, that's why Nasdaq went down. But normally at BullvsBear, we backed a lot because of we saw that there is there is a bearish continuation confirming that the market is not yet over, and then there was a bearish continuation after bearish continuation. So we waited for it to break this current zone and then to go under our moving average. So guys, wait for this moving average to come near this resistance, then market have to break this moving average, then that's the time we're going to buy. But this is what we can expect from Nasdaq, then that's the time we can buy. We only buying after the broken of the resistance. We don't buy here, but we can only buy on this zone once we can have impulse from this support and then correction here. That's the time we are going to buy. That's the zone where we're going to buy if we only have this scenario. But if we are not having, we don't have this scenario, we're waiting for Nasdaq to come again to this scenario and then retest it. So we are reactive traders. We are not forcing market to do whatever. We are reactive traders. We want to trade on how the market is moving. So this is what you can expect this week on Nasdaq. Another pair again I'm looking at is NZDJPY. This is a nice trade that you can take and capitalize on it. But let me go to a higher time frame analysis so that I can do top-down analysis. So when I go on my higher time frame, I have expanding structure with a reversal pattern on top. I have expanding structure with reversal pattern on top. Let me go further on my weekly time frame. As you can check here on my weekly time frame, we have double top. We have something like a double top. On this double top here, it's a confirmation that the market have to reverse once you have something like a correction towards the top. So on 4 hour time frame, if I zoom in my 4 hour time frame, you can check we have this top and then there's that top. So once you see correction on the double top, then we are on the resistance. It's a confirmation that there will be no more buying opportunities. The market is exhausted. So by seeing this structure failing to go further upside down. Then I was so happy, and then I went to lower time frame again. I saw the very same thing. Then double top with correction on top. This was my correction facing up as a reverse, as a sign that the market will no longer go up, because this is a loss of momentum, meaning that the trend is getting exhausted. So that's the time I got the sell. Then I was happy that my moving average was broken. Then impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. So now, here is the tricky part. Here is the tricky part, you guys. I want you guys to wait for it. I want you guys to wait for this market to form something like a correction here. As you can see that it's starting to develop something like a correction. Then once this correction is formed, then we will see what's happening at the breaking of this current correction. Then we will sell once the support is broken. Once the resistance is broken, then we don't care about it. We are waiting for the support of the current correction, which is impulse correction, and then we'll be waiting for impulse to go further and complete the structure, as we are in an expanding structure. So meaning that once this structure is broken, then we will be completing, we'll be going back to our expanding structure, as we have to go to the bottom of the structure. Meaning that if you got that sell, you can hold it until 7600, and then go on riding it to the downside. Meaning that what you can expect from this trade is impulse, then another big continuation correction, then impulse, then another one again. So good luck, guys. If you can catch this one, you can catch it. Then wait for breakout. GJ, GJ this week. GJ this week. GJ this week. What do we have on GJ this week? This week we have a reversal sign on the resistance of higher time frame. We have reversal sign at the resistance of higher time frame. So meaning that we are waiting for it to come to our supporting trend line. So what can we do so that we can capitalize? Sorry for that. What can we do so that we can capitalize on this trade? So the only thing we can do, we have to wait for it to break this current support. But once it breaks this current support, then we will sell. But once it doesn't break this current support, we have to go back to our resistance, which is our ceiling. But let me go to 2 hour time frame and show you the best trick I ever discovered since I was trading Forex. The best trick I ever discovered since I was trading Forex. Okay. Let me go to 30 minutes time frame. On a 30 minutes time frame, guys, let me just zoom out my chart. Then I will show you, sorry for that, I will show you this trick. If you want to capitalize on this market, impulse and correction is the only strategy. You have to do this several times. So now I'm going to show you the very same size of the previous impulse that reversed the market from the resistance, is the very same size that the previous impulse that will go take the market to the resistance. So meaning that the correction you see here is the very same size as that correction, meaning we are waiting for impulse, then correction, impulse to complete the structure. So guys, if you reach this far of the video, please comment and then ask me if you understood something or you did not. This is your boy RM-THUCK'S. Let me just give you the real setup. Let me just give you the real setup, stop loss, take profit, and everything of VJ. As you can check, the time is 12:30. Then the session will be open. The new session will be open for the JPs, APYs. So okay, guys, trust yourself. This is your boy RM-THUCK'S. I'm signing out.